Hey guys, welcome to an episode. We're going to train upper body mobility here. My name's Shane, and today we're going to run through, to start of the episode, we're going to do some wrist mobilization work. We're going to do a lot of prone stuff. Most of us have terrible posture because of the way we work, the way we look at our phones, the way we stand. For you guys that lift a lot of weights during the week, this is perfect to decompress the body. For you avid surfers out there, a really good way to work on shoulder mobility as well. So like I said, today we're going to run through about 20-25 minutes of upper body mobility. And to start, we're just going to come in a 4-point kneel position. So 4-point kneel, make sure your knees are underneath your hips, your hands are below your shoulders, and we're just going to start off with a traditional cat-cow. So tucking your chin to begin, pushing through your palms, and we're going to suck our belly button into our spine, pushing through the palms, create a nice big arch of that back. Push your belly down to the mat, push your butt to the ceiling, looking up, get that nice spine articulation. Tuck your chin, push through your palms, scoop your abs, suck your belly button into your spine, consciously pushing through your palms and sinking back down, working with the breath. We're going to go for 2 more here. Tuck your chin, scoop, don't rush the movement, push through your palms. You really want to feel that separation of the shoulder blades. Belly back down to the mat, butt to the ceiling, in my case the sky. And last one here. Scooping up and coming back down. Good, our next one, we're going to come onto our forearms. So our forearms, our fingertips are going to be facing away from us, making sure your knees are still underneath your hips. All right, eye glances in between the hands. All right, with this one, we're going to tuck our toes. So tuck your toes for this movement. Head down, same thing here. So we're going to push up through the elbows and the forearms this time. So scooping, again, same movement, sucking your belly button into your spine. Sink your belly down, your butt high, and scooping up. So we're just working a different part of the spine now. Tuck your chin. Again, consciously pushing through the elbows and the forearms. Tuck your chin, separate those shoulder blades, belly button to spine. Sinking back down. We've got 2 more to do here. Tuck the chin again. It's not a rush movement. Too many of us rush through life as it is, especially our workouts. So today we're just slowing everything down, working on the mobilization of the upper body. Last one, tuck that chin, pushing through those forearms and elbows, and back down. Good, our last one, we're going to work a different part of the spine here. So we're going to sit back, untuck your toes. Your butt is going to be back on your heels. From here, placing your hands in front of your knees. All right, making sure your elbows are locked out dead straight. Your arms are facing, elbows are facing inward. Tucking your chin, pushing away from the mat with your palms this time to get that shoulder roll. Separation of the shoulder blades. Again, squeezing your belly button into your spine. Core activated. Pushing your upper body forward, keeping your butt placed on your heels, looking up. So again, it's going to feel like you can't get as much movement or as much range through this particular position. We're just working a different part of the spine. Scoop, roll, pressing forward, looking up. 2 more. Tuck your chin, press away from the mat. Really feel the separation of the shoulders. Again, we're not rushing through this. Last one here. Tuck your chin, separate. And pushing those hips and chest forward. Last little separation here. Beautiful. Should feel nice and loose through that spine. We're going to head to our 4-point kneel to start. So today through upper body, we do spend a lot of time in a push-up position. So we're going to make sure we warm up the wrist, a lot of wrist mobilization. Most of us will find this quite difficult because we are so stiff through our wrists. So making sure your hands are directly underneath your shoulders, wide with the fingers on the mat. Untuck your toes, and we're just going to move your chest forward over your hands. So pressing your palms down and back. We're going to do this 4 times. So we're moving our body forward, keeping our arms locked out, chest forward and back. We really want to stretch out through the forearms and the wrists. Again, you want to go to a little bit of discomfort here, so you do get a result. A little bit of discomfort and back. From here, you're going to place your fingers on the edge of your mat. Right? I want your fingertips off the mat if possible. Again, knees underneath hips, chest over the hands. This time we're going from side to side. So whichever way we're leaning towards, you want to keep that arm dead straight and that palm always on the mat. So side to side. Again, you want to get to a little bit of discomfort with that wrist. Trying to stretch out through the wrist, mobilize the wrist, the forearms, etc. Again, a lot of us are going to find this very difficult because we're so rigid in the way we move, we're so set in our way, the way we move. And our last one, we're going to sit back on our heels. We're going to place our fingers towards you. So there's a little bit of gap between your knee and your fingers. You're going to place your fingers towards you. From here, we're going to draw anti-clockwise or clockwise circles. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to lean my body to the right to start, and I'm going to draw a circle around my hands with my chest. The further I sink back, my heels down and my palms down, this is where the most effective movement is. So we want to stretch out through the forearms. Chest goes around, chest comes down. I'm pushing down through my forearms. One more circle in this direction. It doesn't matter which way you've gone because we're going to switch. This is the key. Remember, that part there is the movement. And from here, we're going to reverse direction. So toes are untucked. As we lean back, we're pushing down through our palms, stretching out those forearms, and around we go. Again, some of you may find this very difficult because you're so tight for your forearms and your wrists. You do no mobility, you do not stretch, you do not slow down. That's why it's imperative for that movement prep before we begin. Last little circle here. Beautiful. From here, placing your fingers back around, tucking your toes this time. We're going to head up into a downward dog to start. So from here, pushing through the toes, high hip, and then sinking down through the heels and the chest. Just holding here. I want you to inhale, come up on your tippy toes. Exhale, sink down through your heels, but I really want you to focus on sinking down through your chest as well. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, sink down through your heels and your chest. One last time. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, heels and chest down. From here, we're going to come up on our tippy toes. We're going to create a spinal wave forward into a high plank position. So from here, chin tucked, up on the tippy toes, creating a wave up your spine. So wave, unload, up to your spine to a high plank position, sinking down through the hips, keeping your arms locked out dead straight. At the end of the movement, we're untucking our toes, stretching out through the chest and the wrists. Tuck your chin first, tuck your toes second, high hip, exhale, heels and chest down. Off we go again, up on the tippy toes, wave, unload through the spine. High plank position, sinking down through the hips, arms stay straight. Untuck the toes at the end of the movement, exhale out. Tuck your chin first, tuck your toes second, and exhale, high hip, heels and chest down. We've got 2 to go. We're going to keep our toes tucked on these next 2. So, off we go, up on our toes, wave, unload. From here, sinking down through the hips, we're keeping our toes tucked, we're keeping our knees off the mat. Chin forward, tucking your chin, exhale, high hip, push down, heels and chest down. Last one, up on those tippy toes, wave, unload, forward, Coming down to that high plank, sinking down through the hips, keeping your toes tucked. Good, tuck your chin, exhale, high hip. Good, dropping down to those knees now. Untuck those toes and just stretching out into our child's pose. Reach long with those arms. I want you to come up on your fingertips here. So making sure your forehead and your arms are off the mat. And you're just going to rotate your torso around, look underneath your right armpit. So you should feel a nice stretch of your lats here. And then underneath the left. Arms straight, stay high on the fingers. And coming back. Finding that 4-point kneel position again. From here, we're going to send our right foot out to the side. So your right leg's dead straight. Dead straight, my foot is completely on the ground. We're just going to work a little bit of thoracic spine. You are going to feel a stretch down the inside part of that outer leg. So my right leg, I'll get a little stretch through the abductor right side of my groin. But we're mainly focusing on the opening up. So if my right leg's out to the side, you're going to open up with your right arm. From here, I want you to take a big deep inhale and exhale, thread the needle through. So we're going to reach along in the opposite direction of our leg. And I'm going to try and get my ear to the mat. We're going to hold here for 4, 3, I'm bending my left elbow doing this, 2, 1, and back up. Reaching right around. Inhale again. Exhale, arm goes through. Reaching as far as you can away with the right arm. Bending your left elbow, getting your right ear to the mat. You should feel a nice stretch through that shoulder, the right shoulder, but also the inside part of your right thigh. And back up. We have got 2 to go here. Exhale, thread the needle through. Reach long with your right arm. Bending your left elbow, ear goes to the mat. Holding, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Last one on this side, reaching right around. Open up that thoracic spine and the chest. Inhale first. Exhale. Reaching opposite direction, roll on that shoulder. Good, tucking that right hand in, tuck your right knee in. We've got 4 to do on the left side. Left foot out to the side. Finding that stable position, untuck your right toe. Left leg should be dead straight. Opening up with our left arm this time. Reaching right around. Inhale to begin. Exhale, thread the needle through, reaching opposite direction to your leg. Sinking down on the mat. Notice how my ear is on the mat, my arm straight, holding this stretch here. And back up. Reaching around. Good, start to feel really loose through the shoulders now. Exhale, reach long, rolling on. And back up. 2 to go. Reaching around, get that range. Inhale to begin. Exhale, reach long. 3, 2, 1. Last one, make it a good one. Reaching around as far as you can. And reaching long as far as you can, ear to mat. And coming back up. Beautiful. From here, we're going to go back to our downward dog position. So tucking those toes, high hip position. All right, finding that nice A-frame of the body. And from here, our left hand is going to grab the outside of your right ankle. So left hand grabs the outside of your right ankle. Use it as an anchor. If you can't get your ankle, hold high up towards your calf. Use it as an anchor. I want you to look underneath your right armpit. We're going to hold here for 5, 4, stretch out those shoulders, decompress, 3, 2, 1. Left hand comes down, drop your hips slightly, hips go back up, right hand grabs the outside of the left leg. Using that left leg as an anchor, grab against it and look up underneath your left armpit. Hold, 3, 2, 1. One more each side. Drop the hand down, high hip, outside of the leg, left hand, outside of the right leg. Use it as your anchor. Head goes underneath. And last one, hand comes down, reset, high hip, heels and chest down, outside of the left leg with our right hand, looking up underneath. And dropping down. Beautiful. That'll finish off just the first half of that mobilization. What we're gonna work now is our prone work. So as I mentioned at the start, a lot of us work like this, type like this, watch TV like this. So we've really got to work on the prone, which is our scapulars, and finding a way to activate them without overuse of the traps. So our first one, we're going to take a lay down on our mats. So lay chest down on our mats. Forehead is going to be on the mat. All right, your fingertips are going to be behind your ears. The fingertips behind your ears. We are all going to lift our elbows up as high as you can. Keep your forehead down. From here, we raise our forehead, our nose, our chin, and our chest. Keeping your eye glance directly down towards the mat. Lower all at once. Reset completely. Lift high through the elbows. Forehead, nose, chin, chest. Slight pause. Lower at once. 3 to go. Elbows first. Then forehead, nose, chin, chest. Remember, don't look up, keep your head down. And lower. 2 to go. Elbows first. Forehead, nose, chin, chest. Slowly lower. 1 last time. Elbows first. Forehead, nose, chin, chest. And relax. And just to have a little decompression coming up on those forearms, fingers forward, and just have a stretch of that lower back. Now, if you found that difficult, that's a sign of really bad posture. It shouldn't be overly difficult. You're really tight through your traps and your shoulders. So the next two, you are going to find very difficult, but it's the only way to improve is just to start doing different movements. All right, really got to work that particular part of the scaps. All right, because so many of us, like I said, have rolled shoulders, bad posture, the way we drive, the way we work, the way we stand. So, and adding on to that one, you're coming down, all right? So we do the same thing, relaxing through the glutes, relaxing through the elbows. High elbow, forehead, nose, chin, chest. When you hit this position here, you're gonna create the letter Y with our arms. So not a letter T, make sure it's a letter Y. Hands go back behind your ears, fingers behind your ears. Drop everything together at once. We're gonna do 4 together. Let's go. Elbows first. Forehead, nose, chin, chest. Create your letter Y. Not a fast Y, slow Y. Fingers go back behind your ears. Lower everything together. High elbows. Forehead, nose, chin, chest. Letter Y. Hands go back behind your ears. Lower at once. We're 2 down, we've got 2 to go. Let's go. Elbows first. Forehead, nose, chin, chest. Letter Y. Don't do that letter Y fast. Slow it down. Hands go back behind your ears. And lower. We got 1 to go here. Elbows high. Forehead, nose, chin, chest. Letter Y. Hands go back. And lower. Good, coming back up to those forearms, relaxing through the shoulders, have a little roll around of that spine, that chest. You should really feel a good burn in this part of your shoulder blade, so the back of your scaps. That's the part that holds that posture nice and strong. We've got 1 more prone exercise to go. So this time, same position, so forehead's gonna be down. All right, our hands are gonna be out to the side. From here, this movement, we're gonna keep our forehead on the mat the whole time. So a lot more scaps, a lot more work of that posture is required through this movement. I'm going to close my fists and have my thumbs out. Remember, your forehead stays on the mat the whole time. Relaxing through your glutes, so don't use your legs. Lift your arms up as high as you can without bending your elbows. Bring your arms in front of you. Touch your thumbs together. Don't let your arms hit the ground. Touch your thumbs. Come back. Reset. Let's do 4 together. Lift high through the arms. Don't bend your elbows. Bring your thumbs together. Watching me if you need to for this second rep. Touch your thumbs. Look at my arms. They're still off the ground. Slide back. Arms stay up.
then I lower. Let's lift together now. Bring your thumbs together, touch your thumbs. Slowly come back. Don't rush this movement. This is the most crucial one for that posture. Let's go, we've got 2 to go. Lift up through the arms. Touch those thumbs. And sweeping back around. We have 1 to go. Lift. Sweep and touch. Nice slow controlled movements. Coming back. And relax. Bring those hands back underneath your chest, pushing up off your chest, and having a stretch in that child pose position. Reach long with those arms, keep that chin tucked. We're going to finish off with 2 movements, a little bit more aggressive, I like to call it. Still decompression work. All right, really working the shoulder stability, mobility, and balance work as well. So we're going to come into what's called a crab position. So seated crab. We're going to bend our knees so that your heels are close, almost at 45 degrees. Toes are up. From here, we're going to place your right hand behind you, your fingers facing away from you. My left elbow is tucked in. All right, so my left elbow tucked into the left side of my chest. I'm going to push up through my heels as high as I possibly can. So I'm going to go high through the hips. Notice how I'm nice and straight through here. Keeping that elbow tucked. That's step 1 of the movement. Step 2, look towards your base hand. Step 3, reach over toward your base hand, think bicep to ear. We lower at once, drop everything down and switch. Right elbow tucked in, left hand behind you, fingers facing away. Looking towards your right hand. Drive your hips up. Look towards your right hand, look towards your right hand. Now turn and look towards your base hand. And exhale, reach bicep to ear, reaching over your body, holding. Slowly lower. You've got 12 reps to do. Switch. Base hand, right hand comes down, left elbow in. Drive through the hips. Look up towards the roof. Turn your head. Exhale, reach. 3. Drop your hips. Tuck your elbow back in. Switch. Left hand comes back. Driving. Remember, glutes on first, high as you can. Look up towards the ceiling. Now turn towards your base hand. Exhale, reach. We want to keep those movements separate, yeah? If we try to do it all at once, it's going to be ineffective. High hip. Turn. Exhale, reach. Good. Coming back down. Should feel a nice, good stretch through that upper body, through those shoulders. As you exhale over, open up through your chest. A little bit of shoulder work here, mobility-wise, stability. All right, pushing up through the heels. Let's go 4 more. Heels, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, reach. Tuck your elbow in, lower your hips. 3 to go. Switch. High hip, elbow to the ceiling. Turn, exhale, reach. Drop your hips, drop your elbow. 2 to go. Switch. Squeeze your glutes, high hip. Turn, exhale, reach. Tucking your elbow in. Last one now. Hands come in front. Left hand goes back, driving your glutes. Turn, exhale, and reach. Beautiful, coming back down. Good. Our last little mobility movement for the day before we finish off with a chest stretch. Coming back down, we're going to do what's called a loaded beast position. So loaded beast position, tucking your toes, all right, sinking your butt down to your heels. So butt goes down to your heels. All right, decompress here, stretch those arms long, knees stay off the mat. Your knees are out on 45 degrees, okay? The butt goes down. From here, we're going to do a wave, similar how we started the yoga, except we're gonna push down through your heels. Butt goes high, unload with a wave to high plank,
and we're going to step that right foot as far as you can past your right hand. Notice how far I am past my right hand, my back leg's nice and straight. Then I'm going to sink down through that back knee, untuck your back toe and looking up. Tuck your back toe first, lift your back knee, sink back into your loaded beast position. Notice how slow I go and how soft I land. So push down through your heels, high hip, wave unload, left foot launches past your left hand, dropping your back knee down, untuck your back toe, sinking your hips and looking up. Tuck your chin, tuck your back toe, lift your back leg, sinking back into your child's pose. We can do 8 more. Let's go, wave unload. Heels down, spinal wave forward. Right foot, launch past your right hand. Back leg, dead straight. Dropping the back knee, untuck the back toe, sink through the hips and look up. Tuck your back toe, tuck your chin, push back, loaded beast. Let's up the intensity a little bit now. Heels down, high hip, wave unload. Left foot long. Right knee down, right toes untucked. Sink through the hips and look up. Tuck your chin, tuck your back toe. Loaded beast. Wave unload. High hip, spinal wave forward. Right foot outside the right hand. Drop the left knee, untuck the toe, look up. Tuck your toes at the back. Lift your knee, pushing back. Got 3 to go. Heels down, high hip, wave unload. Left foot past the left hand. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toe, looking up. Good. Tuck your chin, tuck your back toe, stepping back. 2 to go now. High hip, wave unload. Right knee, right leg, sorry, past your right hand. Drop your left knee, untuck your toe, look up. 1 more to finish, guys. Tuck that back toe, lengthen through the back leg. Loaded beast, high hip, wave unload. Left foot past the left hand. Drop the right knee, untuck the back toe. And looking up. Good, just bringing that left knee back now to our 4-point kneel. From here, coming down towards your chest. Stretching your arms out either side of you, head down. You're going to lift your left toe. You're going to bend your left knee. All right, and then we're going to reach around with that left foot over to your right hand. So reach around with that left foot over to your right hand. Try and get that base foot flat. Stretch out through that chest. And come back. Bend your right knee. And swivel around over onto that left arm. Try and get that base foot flat. 1 more each side. Good. Bending your left knee. Make sure your right toe is untucked. Swivel that body, left foot dead flat, and then open up through your knee, through your hips. Really roll onto that right shoulder. And back. Last one. Swivel, bending your right knee, right foot flat, really roll onto that shoulder. Holding here for 3, 2, and coming back. That concludes your upper body mobility session. Most of us may have found some of that a little bit difficult through the arms, the wrists, especially through that prone work. If that prone stuff you really felt, we've really got to work on that posture, and that'll come through doing more episodes of this. But that is your upper body mobility session. Until next time, I'll see you in the next episode.